Arthur Sinodinos, welcome to Weekend Breakfast.
Thanks, Andrew. Good to be with you again.
Arthur, if we can first turn to the headlines in today's News Limited papers regarding Peter Slipper, the opposition leader has just put out a statement saying that the opposition cannot continue to support Peter Slipper in the speakership while these allegations are in the public domain, and they've asked for him to stand aside and for the Prime Minister to take action immediately. Why is that necessary?
Well, Andrew, Peter Slipper occupies the most important formal position in the federal parliament as Speaker of the House of Representatives, and therefore serious allegations like this cast a pall not only over him but also over the office itself. And I think it's incumbent on the government, who have taken ownership of Mr Slipper, to do the right thing and ask him to stand aside while these matters are investigated.
At this stage, they are only allegations, and the Speaker has strenuously denied them. It is the subject of civil proceedings but no criminal investigation. Do you believe the federal police should be investigating as well?
Well, Andrew, we should let the investigations take their course, but Mr Slipper should have the opportunity, undistracted by his parliamentary duties, to focus on clearing his name.
Now, the News Limited reports also suggest that the Howard government was first made aware of similar allegations back in 2003. You were at that time inside the Prime Minister's office, John Howard. Were you made aware of these of similar allegations back then?
I can't recall specific allegations of the type we're talking about here. The truth is, when it comes to Mr Slipper, a lot of people have over the years talked about him, and there have been issues around entitlements, but I cannot recall particular circumstances that I think are referred to in the News Limited report. But in a sense, that is now ancient history, and we're faced with a series of fresh allegations, and as I said before, I think Mr Slipper should do the right thing and stand down and, undistracted, look at what's going on and clear his name.
Final question on this. Should there, though, have been more action taken back then when your former colleague Tony Nutt was made aware of them?
Look, I think, how long is a piece of string? Should this man have ever been endorsed as a National Party candidate in 1987, for example, or whenever it was that he first stood for Parliament? How far back do you go? But it's reached a critical stage now, because this man now occupies a very important position in the federal Parliament, and so the pressure is really on now to do something about Mr Slipper.
And do you expect that the government will, considering the way the Craig Thompson matter has been handled?
If I look at this from a political perspective, the problem the government's got is that it doesn't get clear air, and it won't get clear air if it continues to prop up people like Mr Slipper.